Well, good evening, guys. It is Wood Wednesday, so as promised in yesterday's video, we're going to showcase that little gem right there. But first, I just thought I'd show you that I had a little bit of time when I got off work to hit up some antique shops and picked up a few cool little items. Little Smith & Wesson jackknife, brass, no, maybe bronze handle, 1999, one of 5,000. Now, I know 1999 Smith & Wesson was not making their own knives, but it is tang stamped Smith & Wesson USA, and this has a chisel grind on it and looks very similar to this blade. Has a chisel grind as well. Looks very similar to some cheaper colonial knives, so I'm wondering if maybe the handles didn't come from Utica and the blades from colonial. Just a hunch, but still thought that was neat. A pretty clean little Imperial Ireland fish knife. You got a little bit of a soft spot for the Imperial Ireland knives. That's a story for a different time. Here's a Colonial Ranger Ultra Hone. It needs to be cleaned up. It's got a little crack from that pin under the shield, but other than that, looks like it was never really used, just laid around and started to rust. And we got a bone handled 1981 case in carbon steel, Stockman. It needs to be cleaned up, but '63032 pattern. The bone's in pretty good shape. This one will clean up pretty nice. K-bar, lock back. K-bar 1189 USA stainless. This one's seen some love, but not horrible, not abused. Everything's still tied on it. And I was really excited about this one. I've never owned one of these in a pocket knife. But obviously it's got somebody's name on there, Sloan. This is all aluminum, and it's just got kind of an inlay for the handles, but this thing is light as a feather. Aluminum frame, kind of like the featherweights, but Cutco 1885 USA. I've never owned a Cutco pocket knife, and I thought that was just cool as all get out. That little Cutco serrated blade right there is wicked sharp. Like, I can't explain how light this thing is. It's pretty crazy. But I think I was most excited about that one, or most interested in this one. But I got a hell of a deal on them. That was my score of the day. But anyway, back to Wood Wednesday. I was scrolling through shorts the other day, YouTube shorts, and come across this exact knife on another channel. Luke's Knife Point of View showcased his that was sent to him by Jersey Knife Guy 6382, and I just thought I would show my example of this Sheffield, England made Barlow. It's a Hoss of the Barlow, single blade, clip point, monster pins, very tight, very hard pull. Great snap. Man. It's a nail breaker. Big fan of nail breakers. I don't know why they're a pain in the butt to open, but they just do it for me for some reason. Now this is an Arthur Wright and Son LTD, Sheffield, England. You can see it's got some rust spots that I've kind of cleaned up. And looking in my Goins encyclopedia and my Levine's Guide to Collector's Knives and Their Values, it's not a lot of info on this company. It kind of made me curious. Goins list A. Wright and Sons, Sheffield, and A. Wright, which stands for Arthur Wright, but doesn't give any additional information. Levine's Guide lists an A.W. Wright as a manufacturer in Sheffield, England, present day, sold in Canada, and that's about the extent of the information in Levine's. But A. Wright and Sons has a website, www.penknivesandScissors.co.uk, and the example that Luke showed only says Arthur Wright, not and Son, so I assume his is an older knife than this. Surely and Sons is the newer name, but they are available online, but most of them come from across the pond, and the tax and the shipping raise the price significantly. Bernal Cutlery out of San Francisco has A. Wright knives listed, but all of them are sold out. And A. Wright offers very nice looking wood and stag handles, and even offer file worked liners and back springs, and all knives on the A. Wright website are offered in C70 steel, which is, in America we would call it 1070, so it's not super high carbon steel. You will probably bend this before you break it, because you're not going to get the Rockwell very high on a 1070 blade. So I think these are going to be excellent users, excellent EDC knives. Very interesting. Now this slip come with another knife that I'd purchased, but it fits it perfectly, and it's got this little fire steel slot in it, or it might be made for this hone steel, but this hone steel is marked Sheffield, England, and I just thought it paired well with this Barlow. It feels like a very high quality knife, and looking at other examples like Luke's and online, I would like to test them out further. Now the issue I had with this knife was unsharpened when I got it, and I had to spend about an hour and 20 minutes on this knife. Now this is a full flat grind, And you can see where this grind comes up and goes pretty well all the way to the spine. And this grind comes up and makes a bigger curve forward before it ever reaches the spine. And when you look at the tang, you can obviously see it's off-centered. So grind wasn't great, and the secondary bevel, the final sharpening on the belt, was like they just kind of and called it good. I had to put a considerable amount of elbow grease into this, working it back with the whetstone and diamond hone to get it to where it would pop hairs from the base to the tip. But now that it is there, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm just going to have to remember that that grind is not centered. So sharpening it takes a little playing with, a little finessing to get the edge right. So if you're new to sharpening by hand, and you're frustrated because they're not coming out as sharp as you want them, you know, you're not shaving hair with them, it might not be you. It might be the grind geometry, because this knife was super thick down here at the cutting edge. They could have done quite a bit of a better job on that. I'd say if these are priced right, pick one up. Use it, love it, abuse it, carry it. I'm going to show a screenshot from the website here. Now, it states they started in 1947, and once again, I believe Luke's knife is older, since it only says A. Wright and not A. Wright and Sons. I don't know when the name change come about. It would be interesting to know. That way it would help give you an idea on the timeline and narrow down the dates. But these are very heavy duty knives, and I think the quality is there. And like I said, I'd like to check out some more of them. I'd like to pick up some stag handled knives from them. But anyways, guys, this is Hillbilly Proud showing off this LT Wright, or not LT Wright, my bad, A. Wright, Arthur Wright and Sons wood handled Barlow for Wood Wednesday. Hope y'all enjoyed and learned about a new manufacturer that's still in business today. Hope y'all look into them and get something out of this. This is Hillbilly Proud. Y'all have a good one.